Hello guys and welcome to government class. All right, and of course today we're going to be looking at the terminologies associated with the executive. Okay, this is the closing part of our study on the executive. All right, do not forget that these tutorials, all of these episodes are brought to you by the O3 Schools app. All right, if you desire so much, if you have a very strong desire to pass your exam at once, get the app. Right, it will make you pass your exam at once. All right, that is the guarantee if you really study with it. All right, so now we'll talk about the features of the app. Let us see a past question for the app. This is a JAMB past question. Okay, please do not forget that these tutorials that are both for JAMB and WAEC. They are very elaborate. That's why you should know they are for JAMB and WAEC, not only for JAMB. All right, so now 2014 number 43 says the granting of asylum to Charles Taylor by Nigeria was to A says to defy the Western powers, B says to control Liberia, C says to protect Nigerians in Liberia, D says to promote peace in Liberia. All right, so these are many questions and what we are going to come back to answer at the end of the class. Many of you want to give what you don't have. You don't know anything on your head. You have not studied. You want to go and be answering past questions. Okay, that's not how you prepare for an exam. Before you say you can beat your chest and say you are prepared for an exam, you must have at least finished your syllabus once. Learn first, then you answer questions. That's the way it works. All right, and then you see that what it sticks and you understand better. All right, so please get the O3 Schools app. That's what it does for you. It has all the past questions on the application, has lecture notes, all right? In the classroom, there's a classroom that has lecture notes. You don't even need any textbook, all right? There are video lessons you can watch offline. Flashcards are there. You can create a timetable or a study plan and finish your syllabus in time. That's what the helps you achieve. Then likewise, you can search for questions according to any topic. Like you search for this one now. We just went to the app, selected government, put terms associated with executive, questions came out, or just type only executive self. All right, so don't type a keyword, questions to come out. Then there's a mock challenge on the app every Saturday. You compete with your peers, win prizes. Okay, get used to JAMB past question, likely exam question, familiarize yourself with how examiners think and ask questions. Okay, all of these and many more features. Educational game that wants to be a millionaire, you can go educational games now and be playing government. Wants to be a millionaire, makes you to think fast. All right, amazing features. Activate it, okay? Activation keys less than the price of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. All right, so please do not be stingy to yourself. This is your future. Get the app and join in immediately. Now let us go to the terms associated with the executive. Okay, so there are some terminologies, there are some words, okay, that are associated. I usually see are being said as pertaining to the word to the executive. I'm going to be looking at them one after the other. All right, number one is Primos what in Primos inter pares. Okay, this is PARES. All right, so Primos inter pares means, first of all, it's a Latin word. Know that it is a Latin word that means first among equals. Okay, so this is what it means. It means first among what equals. All right, this Primos here means first, or Primos. Then this inter means among, equals means what? Pairs. Okay, just like you are saying PAIRS. Okay, among your peers. All right, you are the first among them. All right, for example, like for what's it called, for Primos inter pares. All right, is usually associated with parliamentary system of government. All right, where we have the prime minister. The prime minister is the head of government, is the head of government. Okay, the prime minister is the head of government, but of course, when it comes to what cabinet meetings, all right, and when it comes to where other ministers are, all of them, they are what? They are the same, they are equal. Okay, just that what? He is the head. Okay, it's like he's the senior, what, minister. All right, it's just like a family that has 4 children. Okay, you have what? The senior one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. All right, all of you are what? Are children in the house. All of you have equal rights in the house. Okay, you are all children, right? You have equal rights, but they say what? They say head. Okay, now why in first come out? Okay, so that Primos what inter pares. All right, so we have what? Ministers. They are in the house. So okay, but during meetings, okay, all of them have equal say in the meeting. All right, you will not say prime because it's prime minister. You will not be lording over them. All right, so but he's the head. It's as simple as that. Like in your class now, like when I was in SS2, for example, I was the senior prefect of my school, senior prefect. Okay, But that does not mean that what? That our class, we have up to, like, let's say 60 students in the class. Among those 60 students, only me was picked as senior prefect. Okay? But it does not mean that in the class, I will not be writing exam. That will not give me one special preference. Right? That I cannot allow other people to talk when I'm talking in the class. Your class may not go visit you like that. It's as simple as that. You are senior prefect for yourself. That's the way they will say it. Okay, so that is what Primos inter pares is. Okay, in Nigeria, in the First Republic, from 1963 to 1966, in the First Republic, 1963 to 1966, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, okay, was what? He was the prime minister. He was the prime minister. He was the head of what? Head of cabinet, okay? But of course, when it comes to meetings, there were other ministers, so okay, but he was the prime minister. Okay, when it comes to meeting, all of them have equal say. That is what Primos inter pares is, okay? Please take note of that. So let us just put something down that we can move to the next. All right, so what is Primos inter pares, okay? It means, Primos inter pares means someone who is a leader or is a head, who is a leader or head, but still equal in status with others in the same group. Okay, so that's what we call what? Primos inter pares. All right, please. I hope you understand that very, very clearly. All right, so number 2, let us go to centripetal force. Number 2, centripetal and centrifugal force. All right, so what is centripetal and centrifugal force? Okay, if you did your physics, okay, in your SS1, all right, you must have heard of centripetal and centrifugal force. All right, but we're not going to go into that. I don't want to bore you. All right, but of course, what is centripetal force? All right, it means centripetal, first of all, means moving towards the center. All right, that's what centripetal means. Okay, moving towards what the center. It is anything that brings people together. Something that unites what people, all right, is what centripetal is, okay? So in politics also, centripetal force is anything that brings the people together, anything that makes the people to find a common ground, that brings unity. That is what centripetal force. It helps to promote unity, okay, peace and national integration. Okay, that is what we call centripetal force. Okay, it means moving towards the center. Okay, it is anything that brings people or group together. Anything that unites people. All right, anything that brings peace. Anything that brings national integration. That is what centripetal force. All right. So, and of course, there are so many examples of things that bring people together. For example, maybe NYSC now. When you finish school, all right, you now become a copper or a core member, all right? Then they'll be sending you to another state entirely. Maybe you are from the south, they'll take you to the north, or you are from the north, they'll take you to the west to go and serve, all right? You meet new people, all right? You learn their ways. That is what is centripetal force. National events, like, let's say, National Sports Festival. I'm sure I must have heard of National Sports Festival, okay? All of those events, okay, they can bring people together. Even our national anthem. You see, sometimes people will be singing it, they will be showing their neck, okay, to show how happy they are, okay, to show how they love the country, all right? Those are things that bring us together. Even our national flag, everywhere you go, you want to show your flag. You are proud of where you are from, right? All of these promote national integration. Okay, so that is what centripetal force. Okay, it's a force that brings people together, that unites people, that brings peace and leads to national integration. All right. On the other hand, we now have centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is the opposite of centripetal force. Okay, so centrifugal force is anything that brings that brings what discord, okay, that scatters people. If centripetal brings people, centrifugal what will scatter it. Centrifugal force is like a crack in what in the country, okay? It's something that brings crack to what to a country, all right? Why what centripetal is like a glue that brings people together. All right, so that is what centrifugal what force. It is a force that divides the country. It's a force that divides the country. Okay, that is what we call what centrifugal force. Okay, it's a force that divides the country or creates what disunity. Okay, or creates disunity. All right, that is what centrifugal force. All right, a force that what divides the country or creates disunity. Example are all this, especially our politicians, they use as tool. Tribalism is one example of what centrifugal force. Tribalism, okay, is there. All right, religious conflicts, okay, all of these they are they are example of centrifugal force. Even unfair leadership. Because what a northerner is the aim of affair, he will not take care of the southerners. Because the southerner is in the aim of affair, he will not take care of the west. Okay, so these are all these things that bring disunity. Okay, just like I explained, this centripetal force is a glue, G ULE, that brings country together, or that brings people in the country together. Centrifugal force on the other hand is a crack, okay, that breaks that unity. All right, so please take note of all of this. So centripetal and centrifugal force. Also, it is important to know that centripetal and centrifugal force, they are common in federal systems of government. Federal systems of government, but of course you can also see them in unitary system. Okay, in unitary system. Okay, it is very common in federal because especially this centrifugal force, because like in Nigeria now, all right, we have so many tribes, so many regions. Okay, so because of this reason, people do not usually agree. You get so before the dividend of democracy will reach everybody. Sometimes I know our leaders are trying, okay, but of course it's not as easy as that. So that's why it's kind of what brings disunity. Okay, but of course for unitary system, because there's a central government, all right, so it is easier. All right, so that is what centripetal and centrifugal force. Let us see another term. Okay, called impeachment. Okay, we looked at it slightly in the last episode, but let's look at it better now. Okay, impeachment. Before I look at impeachment, we've discovered that a lot of you are very ungrateful. Okay, most of you are ungrateful. But I see a video as lovely as this, you will not like it, you will not subscribe to the channel, you will not share the link of our video to your friends and loved ones. This is very, very bad. You watch from TikTok, you will not like, you will not share. Okay, you watch from YouTube, you will not subscribe to our channel. You watch from Facebook, nothing. Okay, this is very, very bad. All right, please ensure you support us. Tell people about the O3 Schools app. Okay, you download the app, activate it yourself. All right, study with it so that you can succeed at once. All right, tell your friends, copy the link, share to your WhatsApp group. This is the only way you can help us. All right, so now let us quickly see. Next one, let's talk about impeachment. Another term. All right, so what is impeachment? Okay, and impeachment, like we saw in the last class, okay, is the removal of an elected member, okay, or a chief executive officer from office due to gross misconduct, corruption, or abuse of office. Okay, it could be many other reasons. Okay, it could be due to maybe through to death. Okay, an executive member can be removed. Okay, maybe sickness, it can be removed. Right. So if you want to remove an executive, there are so many ways. Okay, but if you want to impeach him, okay, it's because maybe he has put his hand where he's not supposed to put his hand. He has abused power. Okay, corruption, gross misconduct. These are usually the basis for removal. Okay, of an executive member. So we say impeachment is the act of removing an elected, executive officer from his office. Okay, usually by the legislature. All right. So it is the legislature that carries out this removal process. All right. So it's the act of removing an elected executive officer from his from his office by the legislature, and this is usually under under a presidential system of government. Okay, through a 2/3 majority vote. Okay. So once what the State House of Assembly or National House of Assembly or the local government lawmakers, the councillors, okay, once 2/3 of them vote for the removal after investigations and all the findings have been made, okay, then it can be impeached. All right. So like we have so many governors that have been impeached in the past, okay. Balarabe, talk about Peter Obi, but it was reinstated. Alami Shigada, that one was corruption. Okay, that made him to be what's it called? To be impeached. All right. So then also another thing we don't talk about is that even in the legislature, okay, and an office holder, okay, can be impeached. Okay, for example, let's say the Senate president, okay, or Speaker of the House. Okay, these ones they can also be impeached, okay, on account of what? Gross misconduct or abuse of power. All right. So once they are impeached, the only thing about them is that once they are impeached, they are only removed from that. First of all, okay, it's a Senate, we have a Speaker of the House, for example. Let's use the House of Reps now. House of Reps, for example. Okay, if the Speaker of the House of Reps is impeached, all right, he will leave his office as Speaker of House of Reps, but he will come back to sit down on the floor of the House. Do you understand? All right. So we have how many members of House of Reps? 360 members. Okay, we have 360 members of House of Reps. Okay, but one among them is the Speaker. All right. If the House of Reps members vote to impeach the Speaker, okay, and they successfully impeach the Speaker, what will happen is that okay, the Speaker now will come back to this 360, all right, it will now become a normal member of the House. All right, it is not his constituency that recalled him. Okay, it is the people among themselves that said that this person cannot lead us. So please take note of that. It's very, very important. Patricia Olubumi Ete. Patricia Olubumi Ete. Okay, she was the Speaker. She was Speaker of the House of Reps. She was elected as Speaker of House of Reps, but she was impeached. Okay, and when she was impeached, she became a normal member. All right, so it happens like that. Okay, so please take note of that. So impeachment is the act of removing an elected executive officer from his office by the legislature under a presidential system of government through 2/3 majority of votes. So I've looked at all of those in the last class. So now let us now go to the next term, which is mandate. We have heard this song on your mandate we shall stand. So when you vote for a president or when you vote for a governor, right, you give that person the mandate, okay, to make decisions, okay, on your behalf. Okay, so that means you believed on the campaign promises he gave you, and then I say, this person is the person that can lead us. All right, so that is what mandate. Okay, let us see mandate. So now what is a mandate? Okay, so we'll say mandate is the authority. Okay, it's authority. Okay, or is the power, okay, given to a person or a group to act, okay, on your behalf. Okay, so you give the person a mandate. For example, now a presidential election, you give a president, okay, your mandate. Okay, you vote for him, you won. Now I give him your mandate. I give him the power to carry out decisions on your behalf, okay, to make laws and policies to make your life better, okay, or governor, or maybe your lawmakers. All right, your House of Rep and House of Senate, okay, once you vote for them and they win, right, when they win an election, okay, you give them the mandate to rule, okay, to rule over you, to make decisions that pertains to your affairs, okay, that is what mandate is. So we say mandate means the authority. This one means the authority or power given to a person, okay, or a group okay, to what? To act on your what? On your behalf. So to what? To act or what? Make decisions on your behalf. Okay, usually what? This one usually what? After what? Maybe after election. Okay, so that is what? That is mandate, the authority or power given to a person or a group to act or make what decisions on behalf of what? Of others. That is mandate. You give the person your mandate. You vote for him. Go and represent us. All right. So that is what mandate. Then also let us look at state of emergency. Under term, state of emergency. Okay, so there was a recent state of emergency declared in Rivers State, okay, where the governor Timilaye Fubara, okay, was what? Temporarily suspended, all right, for 6 months, okay, because of what? Political unrest in the what? In the states. Usually when there's what? Political what? Crisis, okay, the president under section 305 of the 1999 what? Constitution, it confers on him the power to declare a state of emergency. Okay, so whenever there's political unrest, whenever there's riot, terrorism, okay, invasion, okay, maybe national disasters, okay, natural disaster like maybe flood and so on, the president, okay, has a right to what? To declare. He has the power to declare what? State of emergency in that region. All right, so temporarily, an administrator is what is appointed by what? By the president to govern that area. Okay, usually what? A military administrator. Okay, so that you now see what? You now see the movement of what? Of military people. Okay, you now see them almost everywhere, so as to what? To prevent what? Unrest, to bring calm and stability to that region. Okay, so that is what? State of what? Of emergency. So it is when what? Government, it is when government takes special powers for a short time. Okay, they take special powers to what? For what? For a short time in order to what? To restore order to a what? To a country, okay, or to a particular what? Area, to a what? To a country. All right, so that is what state of emergency is, when government takes special power, okay, for a short time to restore order, okay, to a particular area or to a country. So what this means is that normal laws, okay, will be suspended, and then the government can do extra things to restore order first. Okay, so that's what happens during state of emergency. Okay, so the normal laws are suspended. Okay, so that what the government can do extra things, okay, to bring order, to bring peace, okay, to the region. It is important to know that state of emergency is what? Is a temporary situation. It is temporary situation. Okay, usually what? 6 months or less. Okay, so once there's order, okay, it can now be returned to the governor. Okay, for example, a governor can be what? Can be suspended. Leave this now, and an administrator of the world will be appointed, come and govern this area for this period. Okay, bring calm, bring stability to this region. Then after then, the governor can come back to continue his tenure. All right. So now, when can state of emergency be declared? When can we declare state of emergency? During war, for example. Okay, when there's war in a particular region, okay, state of emergency can be declared. Okay, when there's breakdown of law and order, for example, there's riots, terrorism. Okay, when there's what's it called? War or invasion. Okay, number 2 is what? Breakdown of law and order. Okay, like riots. Okay, then we spoke about natural disasters like flood, like earthquake. Okay, also talk about serious political instability, okay, or serious political crisis. Okay, serious political or economic crisis. Okay, all of this can make a state of emergency to be declared. Like I said, under section 305 of the 1999 Constitution, the president has the power to declare state of emergency. And in some time past, okay, some state of emergency will be declared. For example, in 1962, okay, 1962, during the Western region crisis, Western region crisis, okay, ethnic clashes, all right, all of these, okay, state of emergency was declared, okay, in 1962. Also, state of emergency was declared in 2004, okay, in what? In Plateau States. In Plateau State, okay, this one was what? Ethnic, okay, it was what? Ethnic crisis, all right? The tribes there, all of them, they were fighting. Okay, serious ethnic clashes. All right, state of emergency was declared, and then also, good luck, Ebele Jonathan, due to what? Boko Haram insurgency, due to what? To Boko Haram insurgency. Okay, he also was declared what? A state of emergency in states like Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states. Okay, so because of what? Boko Haram was insurgency. Okay, President Goodluck Jonathan Ebele. Okay, he declared what? A state of emergency, all right, in this state in the year 2013. All right, so please take note of all of this. These are things that we should naturally we should know all of this. Okay, know them, all right, because they can be asked at any point in time. All right, so these are examples of times, okay, that state of emergency was declared, all right, in Nigeria here. So now let us now look at another term, okay, because of time. Let us look at another term known as curfew. Curfew. I'm sure you have heard of curfew before, okay? Where they'll say they have placed curfew. No movement, there's curfew. Okay, they'll go catch you, they'll arrest you. Okay, so curfew, all right, can be placed, okay, by our leaders. Maybe during election, they do not want too many movements. Okay, so let us see curfew. All right, so curfew, okay? So in order for the government or the authorities to protect citizens, okay, they usually declare curfew, okay? Usually usually after some time, like maybe during the night, okay, they'll say from between 8 p.m. and so time, please, nobody should come out, okay? Stay indoors, okay? It's usually an order for you to stay indoor, okay? Just for for protection, okay? So that is curfew. So curfew is an order by the government or authorities that people must stay indoors, especially during a particular time. Okay, like at night. All right. So why is it like this? Because they may say maybe there's a riot, or maybe there's a impending maybe they got intelligence. Okay, that terrorists are coming or something like that. They may declare that everybody should stay indoors. Okay, even in my village, one certain time where armed robbers, not village, it was a time, my local government area anyway, the headquarters. Okay, armed robbers came, okay, to steal for one full day. They were there shooting guns. Okay. Curfew also was placed, okay, that everybody should stay indoors, all right, and anybody that they catch during a particular time, they can be arrested because they have violated the law. I remember very well that time that I went to watch match. After the robbery, they have gone, okay, they now place curfew. I know year what. I went to watch football match. When I was coming back, soldiers arrested me close to my house. Okay, very close to my house. That's where they had me. They gave me punishment. I cried my eyes that day. All right. So that is curfew. Okay, it's an order by the government authorities that people must stay indoors during a particular time or after a certain time. Usually late during the night. All right. Even during NSAS protest. Remember NSAS protest in 2020. Okay. Curfew was placed. Okay, in some states like in Lagos State. Okay, and River States. Okay, they place curfew. Okay, and this curfew can be placed by either president can be placed by what? By a governor. Okay, can be placed by what? By even a local government chairman. Okay, that what? During a certain time, please stay in your house. Okay, because of what now? Because we want to maintain order and want you what to be safe. Okay, do not come what? Out of your house. All right, so this is what curfew is. Another thing we look at is persona non grata. Okay, persona non grata. Another term, persona non grata. Okay, persona non grata means it's a Latin phrase that means an unwelcomed person. Okay, it's a Latin phrase that means what? An unwelcome person. They are trying to tell you that you are not welcome here. Okay, it's a term that's usually used in what? In international. For most of you that want to study international relations. Okay, or what? Diplomacy. Okay, you will hear of this term very well. Okay, persona non grata. It means an unwelcome person. It means that this person is not what? Welcome here. Okay, it's usually used for foreign diplomats. For foreign diplomats. Okay, like let's say ambassadors. Okay, or what? Envoys. Okay, for ambassadors or envoys. Okay, is what we use what this term for persona what non grata. Okay, just like for example, an ambassador of what? UK to Nigeria. Okay, it's a UK person, but is trying to what? Soften what diplomatic affairs between both what countries. Okay, so he will be residing in Nigeria. All right, so an ambassador of UK to Nigeria stays in Nigeria. An ambassador of Nigeria to UK stays in UK. Okay, so now when the ambassador in UK comes to Nigeria, now what? Breaks law, now misbehaves. Okay, or interferes in what? In country affairs, or breaks the law, or breaks what? The law, it can now be what? Be declared what? Non grata. Okay, so that person can be declared non grata. That means that you are no longer welcome here. And once this happens, the person is expected to leave the country immediately. Usually within 3 days. Okay, he will be guided. He will be guarded. They will take him to a safe house. They will guard him. Okay, there will be soldiers there guarding him. Immediately he's ready to leave. Okay, he has gone. Okay, so persona non grata means a person is not welcome here. Okay, so like during Buhari regime, the year 1984, okay, a British High Commissioner, British High Commissioner, okay, known as what? As Geoffrey Tiley. Okay, it was what? Declared non grata. Okay, because what? There were what? Issues. Okay, between what? The British government and what? And the Nigerian government then during Buhari's military regime. All right, in the year 1984. Okay, so it's a term that's widely used in what? In international relations and diplomacy. Please take note of all of that. Persona non grata. Then let us now see another term called propaganda. Okay, you must have heard of propaganda. All right, please, for any reason you have not liked this video, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, share the link to your friends and loved ones. Let them all come and learn and succeed. That is the goal. The goal is just for you to succeed, okay? And not to suck seeds. It's to succeed and not to suck seeds. Okay, so let us see. Another term is what is propaganda. Propaganda. All right, so now what is propaganda? Propaganda means what? Spreading what? Information. Okay, this information may be good, it may be bad, it may even be wrong. Okay, it may even be right. Okay, just to make people, just to influence other people's opinion, so that the world they can believe your cause. Okay, believe whatever you are fighting for. Okay, for example, now maybe a political party like PDP now will come and say the whole of the electricity. Okay, in Edo State, or the whole of the electricity in so state, it is the APC that made it possible. So it is the PDP that made it possible. That APC had no hand in it at all. None of their government ever had their hand in it, both in the federal government. So they'll be spreading that propaganda, and then everybody will now be saying, so for no get light to thank God for PDP. Okay, so even if it is false or even if it is true, okay, is to influence people's opinion. Okay, so that what people can believe what a particular person's what cause or what his own what opinion. All right, so that is what propaganda. We say propaganda is spreading information Spreading information, spreading what? Ideas or beliefs to influence people's opinion, to influence people's what? Opinion, or make them support a cause. This is a cause, okay? A leader, okay? And so on and so forth, all right? So, or what? Maybe a government, or a government. Okay, let me say government. All right, so that is what propaganda, spreading information, ideas, or beliefs to influence people's opinion or make them support a cause, a leader, or what? A government, okay? So a government may do something wrong, okay? And of course, they may not do something wrong. Somebody who does not like them, okay, will just start spreading more propaganda. Okay, that one is a bad one, a bad propaganda. Okay, while the government may be doing well, they'll be spreading it so that people keep on believing that they are doing right. That's one is another type of propaganda. So we have different type of propagandas. Okay, there's religious propaganda, war propaganda, and so on and so forth. All right, there's political propaganda. All right, so now that's what propaganda, spreading information, ideas or beliefs to influence people's opinion or make them support a cause, a leader, or what? A government. Then, of course, we now have the next one called political asylum, okay? Or what? Asylum, okay? Political what? Asylum. Now, in political asylum, a person runs away from his own country to go and seek refuge, okay? In what? In another what? Country, all right? So that will be protected there in that what? Country. All right, so that's what happens in political what? Asylum, okay, or political asylum. A person or a citizen of a country A, we have country A, for example, country A, they will now have country B, okay? A person from country A will run away from his own country, okay? He maybe possibly be haunted because of his beliefs, okay? Because of his political beliefs, okay? Or maybe because he has misbehaved, okay? He can run away from the country A because the government is looking for him there. All right, like in Nigeria during military coup, okay, almost all the politicians ran away, okay, from Nigeria, so that they will not be killed by those military dictators. Then, all right, so you can run away. A person runs away from country A to country B to go and seek refuge, to go and seek shelter. So the country B government will take care of that person, okay, will shelter him, they will close him, they will feed him, they will take care of him very well. All right, he has a right. Every person has a right, okay, for political asylum. All right, they are enshrined in international law. Okay, we are going to look at that. So, what is political asylum? We say what is protection. This is what protection given by one country to a person that has run away from his or her own country. Okay, that is what political asylum. Okay, and this may be because of maybe potential danger. Okay, maybe because of what, or their belief, they may be haunted. Okay, because of their political belief, right, or what possibly what they want to be harmed. Okay, maybe the government is looking for them. All right. For example, now you hear that Gaddafi is looking for you that time, you have to run away, okay, to another country. All right, and in times past, Nigeria has given some other country some people from other countries political asylum. For example, the Nigerian government in the year 2005, okay, granted Charles Taylor political asylum. Okay, they granted him political asylum. Charles Taylor was the former president of Liberia. Okay, he was the former president of Liberia. Okay, after his tenure, okay, he had to run away from Liberia to Nigeria. Okay, and he was granted political asylum. Also have another person called Emmanuel Constant. Okay, he's from Haiti. Okay, they ran away from Haiti to the United States, to US. Okay, for what? For asylum, and then of course, he was given asylum for some time. Okay, so that is what political asylum. A person runs away from his own country to another country to seek refuge. Okay, that is political asylum. And political asylum are they are enshrined. Okay, like I said in international law, like UN UN 1951 Refugee Convention. Okay, so this is one of the laws. Okay, then also we also have another one. Okay, that we call Universal Declaration of what of Human Rights. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Okay, Article 14. Okay, Article 14 of the Universal Declaration of what of Human Rights gives everyone, okay, a right to what? To seek what? Asylum, all right, in another what? Country, all right. So that is that for that. So this international laws, okay, protects, okay, so you can run away from Nigeria now because you don't misbehave to another country and you'll be granted what? Asylum. So long you have sensed that what the potential danger coming to you for believing a particular cause. All right, and which is what against what the government of the day. You can run away from your country and then you can come back later after what? After the government has left what office. Okay, so that is political asylum. Talk about propaganda, political what? Asylum. So up next, we'll look at prerogative of mercy. Okay, prerogative of mercy is just talking about the fact that the government can be can be nice, okay, to what? To people. That, for example, now during Independence Day, the governor of a state may just free some prisoners from the prison, okay, just to extend what that show of what of mercy to them, okay. So that's what we call prerogative of mercy, okay. It's also another term that is associated with what? With what? With what's it called? Legislature, okay. Prerogative of mercy. All right, so what is a prerogative of mercy? We say prerogative of mercy is the power, okay, of the president or the governor to forgive someone of his crime. Even sometimes when, let's say, if you are at home, let's say you have 3 children in the house, all right, all of you will misbehave, okay, your father will answer, we should get and live here, Joe. He doesn't want to flog you, he doesn't want to do anything to you, he just forgave you, okay, and we say, don't do it again, oh, all right, so that is what prerogative of mercy. Okay, your father, your parents, they have that power. So the power of a governor or what, the president to forgive a person of his crime after he has been convicted of it. Okay, to forgive a person after he has been convicted of a crime. That's what known as what? As prerogative of mercy. Okay, at the federal level, it is the president that can forgive. Okay, there's something called presidential or pardon. At the state level, the governors can forgive. Okay, they will say, okay, today's Independence Day, let us just show good faith in the spirit of oneness, spirit of unity, in the spirit of love. Okay, let us allow some prisoners to go home. Let us reduce their sentences. Sometimes sentences given to people for the offenses that they commit, okay, is too harsh. Okay, or sometimes say they did not even do it. They did not do it. He has tried to prove his innocence because they don't have any vivid evidence against him, but they don't put him there. Sometimes during those special times, he can be remembered and then can be told to go home. All right. So that is prerogative of mercy. Okay. We say it's the power of the president or governors to forgive someone who has been convicted of a crime. Okay, usually because maybe the person is now feeling remorse. Okay, if the person shows remorse, can be forgiven. All right, like I said, in the year 2022, okay, PMB President Muhammad Buhari granted presidential pardon to Joshua Dariye, the corrupt Joshua Dariye. Okay, I also gave a presidential pardon to Jolly Nyame. Okay, he gave presidential pardon to these 2 people. Okay, because of they were initially in jail before. Okay, so he forgive then granted them presidential pardon, they can return home. All right, so that is prerogative of mercy. Okay, just a show of good faith, extending that hand of love to others. Then, apart from prerogative of mercy, let's look at the last 2 terms. We have a red tapeism. We look at it when we talked about legislature. Okay, all right. So it's simple as ABC. So red tapeism is not talking about all the bottlenecks, all the delays that are there. Especially maybe you have a file now, you want to apply for something. They'll say go to this embassy, go to this office, go to this that, go to this. All of this delay because we want to follow strict rules. Okay. it can cause what we call red tapeism. What can it lead to? It can lead to corruption. You say, I don't go here. I don't go here. They sent me go there. I was coming from there. They sent me here. I was coming from here. They sent me there. What now? Please, is there a way that this process can be shortened? The person now say, okay, I bring so and so. So it can encourage corruption. All right. So that is what red tapeism. All of those bottlenecks, all of those delays, all right, that can cause what corruption. They also have malingering. Okay, in malingering, all right, a government official can pretend, can exaggerate what a sickness. Common, maybe slight headache. You say, maybe the person may even say his brain balls have busted. Okay, so that they can what? They can avoid punishment, or so that what they can what? Avoid what official duty, so that they will not what work because of laziness. Okay, you can see them were giving what unnecessary what excuses. That is what we call what malingering. Okay, so we say that what malingering means pretending to be sick. Okay, or what exaggerating what an illness. Okay, that is what malingering. So that what you know what work. So that you can also, that you will not work or perform your duty, or so that you can escape punishment. For example, there's a time that Senator Dino Milaye was arraigned in court, was now pretending as someone that has stroke. Okay, it was manifesting in court. Okay, so that what it will escape punishment. All right. So all of those are what to call what malingering. So these are the terms. Okay, are some of the terms rather that are associated with what with executive. So please, now let us now go to what's it called? The past question, answer some questions, and we're out of here. Now, 2014, we have 2014 number 43. Okay, please get the O3 Schools app. Okay, from the app, you have everything you need to succeed in your exam. He said the granting of asylum to Charles Taylor by Nigeria was to A, say to defy the Western powers, B, say to control Liberia, C, say to protect Nigerians in Liberia, D, say to promote peace in Liberia. Okay, it's because of what? Peace. Okay, that's why political asylum is what is granted, to promote peace in Liberia. 1992. Number 18 says the biased presentation of information in order to influence public opinion is referred to as what? That's what we call propaganda. The biased presentation of information in order to influence public opinion is what? Propaganda. Option B. What's our 2022? Number 7. It says a systematic effort to manipulate the beliefs, attitudes, and actions of the public through the mass media and other means is called propaganda. Okay, so that some of you will say they don't repeat past question. So you go and somebody will now go and learn this one in 1992, number 8. Okay, and now say they will now set maybe in another format. 2022, you now say it's a lie. Question that the question that they asked, no one came out. This is that one, and no one understand. New question, because you don't have sense. If you have sense, you know that what JAMB does not have any new question to set. WAEC, they do not have any new question to set. Get your application, start preparing immediately. Understand questions, study first. Once you study and you know, answer questions will be the list of a problem. My name is Master T. I'm the commander of the O3 Schools Army. Thank you for joining us. We are going to move into talking about judiciary. I'll see you in the next class.